Washington, D.C. There is the big Washington monument right over my left shoulder. This is not a Zoom backdrop. I am in Washington, D.C. Very soon, behind me over there tomorrow morning, that's where many thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of patriots will gather right there in front of the White House. It's hard to see from here, but I will be closer tomorrow. There's a main stage of where people are going to be speaking, and it's right across the street from the Washington Monument. And then we're going to go down the mall, the National Mall, all the way down to the Congress, where they'll be voting on what's going to happen in this particular election. Margaret, will you see if I'm live on Facebook, please? Just check that, and I'll make sure that we're good before we continue on.
Well,
guys?
Cindy said that you were going live.
Awesome.
Todd sent that, and then you did that, and I didn't get any notification.
Okay. So we...
Do I need to look on YouTube?
Sure. Try the Dave Sned, please. So guys, just confirming that we're live, making sure that the communication is happening. It's going to be a big day. We're going to be, a lot of the Sned heads are in town, and I'm looking forward to meeting so many of you. We are going to be meeting, the doors open at the Ellipse across from the White House, and the doors open at 7. There are already people camping out, so we're going to be here very early. We're going to try to get here at 5 a.m. To get in line to get in to the Ellipse and be a part of this magnificent day that we expect to happen tomorrow. Okay, we are good. So first off, I want to introduce you to a few people. Margaret, come on in. This is Margaret Offert, who was instrumental in me getting here today. So Margaret, thank you for making that happen and making this all possible for us to be here. So I just wanted to say thank you for that. And tell us about your journey here and you being a Snedhead and just how long you've been watching the broadcast.
I've been watching the broadcast about 8 months. Melissa Q got me onto the program, and it was the best thing ever. I love you guys, Todd, Cindy. I mean, I live for the nights that you're on.
Awesome. Thank you.
I love you guys.
Thank you. And you're in from Portland?
Oh yeah, I came in from Portland.
Okay.
So I had a layover in Las Vegas. Oh my gosh, the terminal was closed. I had to walk down to a different one. Anyway, it ended up being about an 11-hour day.
Well, we're here, and how fabulous that we're here. And we found a couple stray Marines. Actually, I should say they found us. Come on in here. We got Matt Shaw here, and we got John Cunningham. A couple veterans here that basically picked us up at the airport because tell us what you were looking for out here.
All right, well, we came down and I flew down here from Alaska and got a van and figured I'd take as much time as I could, try to get as many people out here to DC from Baltimore as I could. And so that was predominantly why I did that. Yeah.
Pretty awesome. You got a 15-passenger van and made sure that you were roaming the airport looking for patriots, basically, right?
Yep. I reached out through a couple of secure chatting applications as well as online forums to find people that may or may not have needed that kind of logistical support. So it was kind of wrapped in a little bit of pre-planning communication. Some people weren't really wanting to reach out because of stranger danger, and then others were bold enough to take a shot and make a calculated risk, and I got to meet some cool people because of that.
Very cool, very cool. And how about you, Matt?
Yes, sir. So John and I contacted on, you can help me remember the name of it there, John. But
it's matrix.thedonaldsarmy.us on the Element app.
On the Element app. So could you give us that again?
Yeah, it's matrix.donaldsarmy.us. And that's the server that you can go onto. But if you go to the donald.win, You can find instructions on how to get on there. It's a little difficult, but it's end-to-end encryption, so it's a little complex. But y'all can pick it up if I can.
Yeah, maybe we can
Cool.
David can probably post the link.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
I'll post the
absolutely.
link, guys. So look for that on Facebook, on both David Snedeker and the IndoctriNATION. So tell us about yourselves, guys. When did you serve? Thank you for your service, first of all, and thank you for just being such an inspiration to so many patriots that haven't had the opportunity or the calling to serve our country.
Sure, I'll start, John. We were kind of around the same time, I think. I came in 2003 and served 3 tours in the Iraq War, and I loved my time in and all that. But I was never really into politics, even at that time. You're just a kid and you're just out there kind of, you want to serve your country, but you don't get wrapped up in the politics of it all.
Mm-hmm.
And something just feels different in these last few years with Donald Trump. And coming on this trip for me, man, I tell you, I could tell you guys stories about the people that I rode up with or met at restaurants. There's a family of 12 from Oklahoma, brought all 10 of their kids up on this trip, from college age down to junior high.
Oh.
There was a Russian immigrant that was my driver, and there was a German Army veteran that just got his citizenship this year.
Wow.
And he's a truck driver, and he was coming up and picking up people in Ohio. And you got John here, who out of the, just his own pocket and the kindness of his heart and the love for his country, was rented that van and was working his butt off to
It's
get
amazing.
people up here. So,
Amazing.
and there's just so many people on that Element app and guys like you out there that are just, making sure all this happens. And tomorrow we're, hopefully, God willing, we're just going to blow the doors off of everything.
Yeah, I mentioned that coming from as being veterans, your perspective on the fact that President Donald John Trump has not gotten us into more wars like every president in the modern era.
Right.
How does that sit with you all?
I think that sits with me just pretty darn fine. He's engaged when he needed to. He's taken measured action against people who have taken life or who have moved against our interests militarily, but he doesn't move militarily against people who do not. He hasn't gotten any unnecessary entanglements. And on a bigger scale right now, what's at stake, what he's trying to defend is similar to the thing we sign up to defend, which is the Constitution of the United States of America against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Part of the control we have as citizens in this country is the right to choose those that govern us. They have power from our consent, and that's what we sign up to fight. And right now, that's what's being challenged. They are taking away our ability to choose who governs us by cheating us out in elections. And that's why we're here to stop this. Doesn't matter if we served or not, whether we came from the Marine Corps or the Army or we're civilians or whatever, that we're here to march on the Capitol tomorrow to stop this felonious crap from keeping going on.
Yeah. Matt, your thoughts?
Well, kind of like I told you a little earlier, David, just, thinking back on the war that I fought in, I take pride in what I did for my country, but, I would rather go to war for Donald J. Trump tomorrow if he asked me to. And I think there's going to be, I hope, 3 to 4 million other patriots out here that would do the same thing tomorrow, and we might have to. So, I hope everybody's ready.
That invaded Iraq with a lot less.
Yeah, exactly. That really struck me when I said, how does that make you feel? Him not taking us to war, and yet you guys are ready to go to war for Donald Trump because you understand that it's for a real reason, and the real reason is to get our country back. And I think that's been my motivation, is to not just take our country back, but to take our planet back from those who would conspire to destroy us, to weaken us, to divide us, to have us, our servants have become our rulers. And this city that we are in was created to serve the Republic. And then in 1871, it took a bad turn when they made it a corporation and made us all servants to that corporation. And Donald Trump has taken a huge step towards freeing us from that with the with the public, making the Federal Reserve public again. I believe he's going to bring in the Sara Jassara, but I think that he's going to expose all the people who have been meaning to, enslave us for some time. And that exposure has taken quite a bit of time. I know many people are impatient with that, but I will tell you that it is happening. And tomorrow, here's what we expect. I talked to Todd earlier, and basically, thank you guys, appreciate it, fantastic, and thanks for the ride, and thanks for being amazing and your service to this country.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to wrap this up, and then we'll head out. And I want to get you back on too. So I was just talking to Todd and Cindy, and basically, Todd's doing a lot of dives, and it keeps coming back, folks, to it's the military. Military is the only way. These two gentlemen and all those who serve this country, they're going to have to make this happen, which means that it's not possible. It's probably not going to happen the way we think it might in Congress. But if it does, we're still going to need the military to quell the uprising, because there's going to be a significant uprising that's already been planned by the left, by the Soroses, by the China funded groups, and this is they're not going to go down without a fight. But I do believe that it's going to be swift and clean, as Q has told us about, and I do believe it's going to involve the military. Now, what may happen tomorrow, I would love to see much exposed. Tomorrow is the Epiphany. Tomorrow is Christmas for Orthodox religions. And President Trump said it's going to be a great Christmas. Is tomorrow the Christmas he was talking about? Does he release Nasara? Does he show us who's been hiding in Marine One and Air Force One in the shadows? Does he bring out the people that have been a part of this massive, massive intelligence drop and communication tool that has allowed patriots like myself and so many to actually see that we are being served by these people to our benefit for humanity, so that we can actually have our country back, have our planet back, and take it wrested away from the cabal that has been stealing children and taking advantage of us in so many ways and lying to us about so many things. Does that happen tomorrow? We'll wait and see, but we'll be here for it, and I'm glad to be here for it. I'm honored to be in our nation's capital here with a President Donald Trump in the White House just across the way from me. I'm proud of that. I wouldn't be here for any other president. I wouldn't be doing this standing in the cold for any other president. I will for Donald Trump, and I will go to extreme measures because he is stepping into the spotlight and exposing all those who mean to enslave us. So I am glad we're here. I don't know what to expect for tomorrow in terms of if they extend the Pennsylvania legislature just said that they want to make sure you guys want to go, and I'll be literally 2 minutes if you want to secure that. I'll walk a little this way. We can walk a little this way. If you we're gonna have to move the van, but if you look at tomorrow, the Pennsylvania legislature has already said that they want to they need more time, okay? And they've asked Congress for that time. So we're already seeing people seeing the writing on the wall and asking for, things to be done a little bit differently. And that's significant. I think that's very, very important that we're seeing that. And I think tomorrow we're hearing that, from a few, from Robert David Steele and Steve Bannon, that Pence is not going to be there. Folks, I read those emails that were released by WikiLeaks a couple years ago between Pence and Ryan, and they were conspiring to replace President Donald John Trump and the Pence ticket before the election, which by Rule 9 which means that Trump would have to be dead. And that means that they were conspiring into it with an assassination attempt. Pence was a part of that, okay? What has he done since that has put him beside the president and supporting the president? And will he support the president tomorrow? Or like they're saying, will he not be there and will Grassley take over in his stead and do what needs to be done, okay? This isn't about doing things so that all the Donald Trump supporters will feel good about tomorrow. This is about taking back our republic so that we can, have our vote matter and have our country and our Constitution respected, which it was not in this last election. And that's why you're going to see, I think, over 2 million people here tomorrow. People are in from all over the world, that flying in, driving in from the United States. It's really impressive. It's really impressive. So with that, I'm gonna leave you guys. I'm gonna go get to bed so we can get up early and be here early tomorrow. Look for me to live stream. I'm gonna try to do it as much as possible throughout the day, as long as I have a connection. And I just wanted to say good night, Margaret, and thank you again. And
Good
would you
night,
like to say
Snedheads.
anything to the? Yeah, please.
Just please pray for everybody who's here. I mean, there are so many people that are going to be here and they need it.
Yes. Yes.
And we appreciate it. Thank you.
And pray for Donald Trump, and pray
Yes.
for our Congress tomorrow to do the right thing.
Yes.
To really give us our country back, give us our republic back. All right, David Snedeker signing out, guys.
Good
I'll see you
night.
tomorrow. Good night. I love you. Be well. Take care.
We need to get you some gloves.
Yes, I know, right?